Guys, I'm Margaret.
It's your boy Yule.
This is Can We Talk About It?
How you guys doing? Welcome back to another episode. Here we are again. If you're joining us again, but if you're not, hi.
Yo, he made such a big thing about me letting him do his thing with the intro. How'd y'all take that way?
Okay, actually, right now, here's a clip of Margaret coughing to death. Play the clip, Sharon. It's your boy Yule, and this is Can We Talk About It? And I'm keeping that intro because Margaret has cut off my intro too many times.
So me coughing was
Yep, that was it.
Cutting off.
All right, on this episode, what are we talking about today, Margaret?
And we're back.
Here we go. All right.
Okay.
What's our topic today?
Well, so as you know, a few big dates this weekend: Passover, Easter, 420.
Oh yeah.
If you
420.
partake, I don't want you to incriminate yourself, but I don't know
smoke,
if you,
to be honest,
smoke the devil's lettuce.
Yeah, I'm not a smoker, but I'm saying if you need something.
What are you doing?
I'm just saying. I just said if you need something. I just didn't even finish that sentence, so it's not really incriminating.
I mean, honestly, you ever see those people who like dead ass? I guess like weed is so not that serious anymore, and it's becoming increasingly decriminalized. But you see people like just post like pictures of weed
like,
on their public IG, like
just like I got
that
loud. Here's the bag.
Yeah, and I'm just like. You got that loud and you're loud. Like, keep it a little bit low. But it probably is because weed is just considered not that serious anymore.
Absolutely. It's been decriminalized so many places, including here in New York.
Right.
And
now they're actually saying that they're going to stop drug testing people for marijuana.
I think that's great, to be honest with you. Like, there's just so many things that have to happen with it. Like, they got to start releasing people from jail that went in for drug, like marijuana related crimes. They like now that marijuana is becoming this big thing and the CBD industry is becoming like this big thing. It's good to see that they're making the right steps and they're heading in the right direction by doing things like this.
But a lot of black and brown people aren't benefiting, which is the legal marijuana industry is so white.
It is.
It is. Yeah.
It is absolutely.
It's like hippie farmers out in Colorado, like whatever. It's not what it should. It's not fair.
Exactly.
But,
yeah.
it is.
If it's being decriminalized, like people that have been incarcerated by it should be benefiting the most from it. But I mean, that's what I'm saying. The least they could do is like let these people out of jail.
Facts. What do you think though? Do you think that there are certain jobs where like you wouldn't want someone to be high while they're doing the job?
I mean, while they're doing the job,
Because if you let's say somebody is a regular smoker based on drug testing, can you always ensure that they're not high on the job?
You can't, but honestly, that's like the same thing with people that drink. Like you can't like say, hey, this person's like drunk on the job. Like it's like it falls in the same category. People should just be expected to be adult enough not to be high at work and not to be drunk at work. And if they are, that's different than testing them for it. If you find someone high at the job and they're obviously high, that's kind of a fireable offense. That's
true. What if it was like somebody, and I'm just playing devil's advocate. If you know that somebody does smoke weed fairly regularly and they have a job where they like take things home for work, like a lawyer who works on I mean, if you work from home, be high all the time. I don't care. Or you're a teacher grading papers high.
That's perfectly fine to me.
Well, I mean, I'm telling you because I grade papers, I could not do that high.
I mean,
if I did, it would be
some kids might just get better grades than they deserve.
That's actually fact.
But
it could only benefit.
I don't mind. Like I said, if they do it like kind of at home, and I don't know. Actually, it's a really thin line.
It is.
It can get kind of messy. But honestly, if you trust somebody enough to pay them to work at home, you should trust that they're not high at least to a level where they can't properly do their job.
I'm thinking about jobs where it's like you don't get paid to work at home per se, but you do end up working at home, like being a teacher. Or a doctor.
No, you can't tell teachers what to do in their off time if they're just working overtime for free anyway. So screw it. They did those papers high. They did those papers high.
And someone had a really good point. They were like, you can't really test people for opioids which are much more serious because a lot of people are taking prescription painkillers.
Yeah.
But could be addicted to them. And that's clearly like a lot more serious than weed.
Agreed. Yeah. So this is my thing. Do what you want. Like I'm not saying like do opioids and like
do whatever you want. Do heroin on the
Smoke
job.
crack. No, but what I am saying
let's get some meth over here.
What I am saying is that you should be able to function. Like you should be able to, if you do casually smoke marijuana, you should not do it on the job. If you, like I said, if you take opioid, you should not. Like I said, if it's prescribed for you, that's a whole different level.
Right.
But it's kind of obvious to tell when people are like high or on drugs at work. If you work, let's say somebody not working at home. If you work in an environment where there's 40, 50 people around you, it becomes apparent.
Yeah.
And that's a little different than just doing things on your free time.
I'll tell a story actually. Without specifics, so that I do not.
What's their name?
It's me.
Oh shit!
But I'm not gonna give the specifics of the job, right? I was at work one time. This is actually so funny. It was around Easter, and my mother had given me like Easter candy, and I also had a friend who had made Easter edibles, and I had both in my bag. Only one Easter edible and then the candy, right? And I thought I was at work, and I thought, I won't say this was a job, I'm no longer working there, but nonetheless.
She got fired. She was visibly high at work.
No, this was the crazy thing.
Don't be visibly high.
No, I was, that's the thing, because this is to the point of like, would you be able to tell if someone's high? So I like, and I'm not really like, I don't really do the weed. I really am not like big with weed. So I probably had like tried an edible once prior to this. So I'm at work. I think I'm eating like regular chocolate, right? And then after like about an hour, I just felt weird, and I went to the bathroom. And my eyes were like really red, and I like go in my bag and I look at the wrapping and I realize I ate the edible instead of the regular Easter candy. Yes, I felt very paranoid.
Did you leave work?
No, I couldn't leave, but no one knew I was high.
I feel
and I know because I asked I asked some of my coworkers like
later.
Yeah, and they were like, "Oh no, like you seem totally normal."
Wow, that's cool. That
but this is the thing with a lot of people. There are certain
only Margaret would drug herself.
It was like a sitcom situation.
Only Margaret. Like it's such a sitcom situation. Like who the hell is like accidentally drugs themselves? That is amazing. I'm just gotta say.
It was really like but the thing is like, and I've met other people where it's like they'll be high, but it's like maybe they smoke so much that you can't tell.
I have a friend that consistently smokes weed and is high every day,
pretty much all the time, right?
So it's really
you can't even tell what they're like normally, because like what they're like normally is them high. Yep,
that is them normally.
But whatever, nonetheless, I think it is a positive that we eliminate that, because someone also was talking about how they have a friend who takes medical marijuana, like actually needs it for a disorder, and can't get a job because of drug testing. So it's like a situation like that, and really weed like is not gonna majorly impair. Exactly. So it's a good thing. Another positive we had this past week, New York gangs marching for peace. Yeah. That was really nice to see.
Oh, your favorite gang sign up.
Yep. I mean, all together now.
All together. That's what I like to hear. Like, because in the wake of Nipsey Hussle's death, R.I.P. Dip, a lot of gangs have came together, especially in New York. Like I said, when we had images of people tying their
bandana together. It was nice.
That was very nice, because that's kind of what it's supposed to be. A lot of these gangs came up off the premise of protecting the community, and then became rivals to each other. For what reason?
Right.
Who knows?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, the purpose of gangs, right, was not to be something negative in the community, or like to shoot people that look like you. Or, it was a lot of them were to protect from the violence that we see in police brutality and things like that today. So this is a step in the right direction. It's sad that it took something like Nipsey Hussle dying.
No, it's facts.
But
it's like, the Young Lords.
Yes.
They were originally just a street gang.
Yep.
And then they became an activist group. These are people formed to protect their community and protect what they did have. And,
the Crips are literally have always been that.
Facts.
So.
Oh, okay. So you Crip?
I didn't say that.
Anyway. Right. There's also some negatives going on in New York this week. The MetroCard fare went up.
Yay.
Yeah. Sad news for me. I actually thought it was happening tonight, so I was gonna go buy my monthly, but Yule just told me that it actually happened yesterday.
Yep. So. All the prices are raised. There's no such thing as a bonus anymore. You know, when you used to put a couple of dollars, like let's say $10, and they gave you like a bonus dollar or whatever it was, that doesn't exist anymore. The prices of weeklies went up by $1. The prices of monthlies went up by a couple of dollars, like I think $6. So yeah, it's overall trash. Yeah.
And do you think that there's gonna be any kind of improvements?
You know what? Honestly, kind of.
Yeah.
And a lot of people like give.
I was like, I almost said that. I was like,
I know. Because a lot of people give MTA a lot of shit.
Yeah. Go ahead.
You're back.
I'm good.
Okay, so a lot of people give the MTA a lot of shit, but it is the only system in the world that runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
That is facts.
Like,
yeah.
Honestly, I've seen improvements, even though, like, I know the thing MTA can't improve.
What?
New Yorkers. And half the problems that we have with MTA are other people.
That's so facts.
Like, and they get all the shit for it.
This is funny because, you know, literally today I watched the 8-Ball Jacket video. You remember that? It just popped up on my timeline again.
Wait, the what?
The 8-Ball Jacket video, you know.
Oh, the 8-Ball Jacket. Oh my god.
If y'all don't know what we're talking about, you're probably not from New York.
And you're too young for us.
Yeah. Google 8-Ball Jacket video.
Okay. Yes. Do it.
But yeah, but I mean, the other thing is that it's like I mean, the delays haven't. Do you think the delays have been getting better? You'll not be taking the train anymore. He lives in his bougie building and he drives his electric car, so he doesn't even know. So take it from me, the delays have not been improving.
First off, cars are for wimps. I fly my helicopter. I don't know what you're talking about. Secondly, delays, I don't know. Like I said, MTA gets a lot of slack for things they can't prevent because a lot of those delays come from the people. People do wild shit. People jump on the tracks. Like, you can't stop that. And so, like I said, we have a system that works 24 hours, 7 days a week, and like works as efficient as it can. Sometimes shit can't be helped, and then like we shit on it like we're not going to use it tomorrow. And I'm not even one to like defend the MTA like that because when I'm delayed, I'm fucking tight.
No, I know, but then nonetheless, it's like, what are we raising the prices for so that like, you can like make a mural at 23rd Street? I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah, true, but I mean, small improvements over the last.
What are the small improvements?
The MTA time clock that we can see when the trains are coming. That happens in like the last 5. It doesn't actually half the time because niggas be jumping on the trains. Like, I don't understand. Like, so like I said, you can't prevent the people.
You know what I saw yesterday? It was like E-train coming in 0 minutes. There was no train at the station.
Oh, absolutely. That happened to me the other day
20 minutes.
That happened to me the other day too. So I was waiting for the G train. Said 1 minute. I was there for like 12.
But that almost offends me more. I'm like, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me.
I've been hurt too many times. All right, but yeah, that's
all right. Well, whatever. Let's move on.
They still fuck the MTA though.
No, facts. All that 24/7, like our subway system. Fuck them. All right, let's talk about sex. Ready?
Oh, all right.
Spicy. Yeah.
Damn, spice things up.
That's what we talk about in the culture this week. We're gonna talk granny porn and interracial.
Escalated so fast. What happened? Okay. So why are we talking this?
So first we have a man who sued his parents. I think it was like $29,000 he's suing them for throwing out his porn collection, including one title. What was it? Grannies. It was something like.
It had granny in the name. That's all you need to know.
Big Grannies. Daniel's trying to cue me off camera because he noted it for later. He was like, I gotta look this up. What is it? That Big Grannies. Big Granny.
Daniel will let you guys know what the exact title is.
He has it in his notes.
And he's going to give you a 5-star rating. Check out his reviews on Yelp. But no, this man is out of his cotton picking mind, in my opinion.
Well, this is the thing. He moved in with his parents following a divorce. Mm-hmm. Let's say you're living with your parents and you're not paying rent. Do they have a right to do what they will with your property?
Yes.
Yes?
Absolutely.
But if you are paying rent? Okay.
No, because if you're paying
we don't know
rent,
if he was paying rent or not.
If you're paying rent, you should have a space available to yourself.
He was there for a year.
This is the thing.
He probably
in your parents' house.
Yeah.
This is your parents' house.
That's
At the end of the day, like, I have parents that were like, I grew up very religious. If I had a stash of porn in my room, the size of this man's stash of porn, let's be real here. This was excessive. I would expect nothing less than for my Christian mother to come down there and throw everything away.
Okay.
Like, I would expect nothing less. But also, like, again, he's under their roof. Like, if you move out.
This is also like a very, like, an older man, though. He's, like, middle-aged. He was living there for a year. The interim, he, like, got divorced. Mm-hmm. He moved home, and then he moved out again.
Yeah.
Okay.
Should put them shits in storage, bro.
Damn. All right. Facts. No, I feel you. Also, though, I'm like, who has a hard, like, copy porn collection anymore?
50-year-old divorcees.
That's facts. Okay. Do you remember your first porno?
No, but
I remember mine.
Tell us.
I will, because it's actually a funny story. And I was totally scandalized because I was a very prudish teenager. I was watching HBO late night, and I was flipping through the channels, and I saw what I believed to be an Indiana Jones title, right? And I love Indiana Jones, so I went to put it on.
Oh my God, you watched Old Town Road, the porno?
No, you don't even know what Indiana Jones is about.
I mean, they both have cowboy hats, so that's all.
It's not a cowboy hat, it's an adventurer hat, but anyway, I digress. The title was actually Alabama Jones and the Busty Crusade, and I'll remember forever because when they start having their weird softcore sex where they essentially rub their, like, Ken and Barbie private parts together in, like, a scissor, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm like 14. I'm like, what? I'm like, whoa. I'm like,
we don't show anything, but you get the gist.
Yeah, but you would think beforehand, like, I would have realized, but honestly, I just thought it was a parody. Like, I was like, when I first saw the title, I thought it said Indiana Jones, so I was like, okay, cool. Then I thought it was a parody.
I'm sorry, what was the title again?
Alabama Jones at the Busty Crusade.
All right, and so Daniel will give you another review on that one also. He'll give you 1 to 5-star rating on how this portal was.
Oh, God.
Check later.
But yeah, all right. Pornhub has kindly stepped in wanting to ameliorate the situation. They offered the man a lifetime subscription to premium if he drops a lawsuit against his family.
Also, he should have done that like so long ago. Who collects that much porn? Yeah. The internet exists, bro.
It's facts. One thing his father said, though, that I thought was kind of maybe not incorrect considering how emotional he got over this collection, and I guess how extensive it would be, that it would be worth $29,000. His dad was like, I would have done the same thing if I found a kilo of crack. Like, they're comparable. Maybe this man has a porn addiction. I mean, it kind of sounds like it, right? So maybe it led to his
How is that even close to comparable? I would have did the same. I would have thrown that out if I found a kilo of crack. Like, first off, one is wildly illegal. The other is definitely not, but frowned upon. I
guess it's like saying for your child's well-being. Would you, like...
I don't feel like it's fucking with his well-being either. Like, what is it going to do?
I guess you're right.
If he's addicted to porn, all right.
It kind of sounds like he is, right? I'm not sure on my opinion on, like, your parents touching your things. I don't know. I also never had, like, anything I had diaries. I'm revealing a lot of very sad things about my teen years.
What'd you write in your diaries?
Let's move along.
Tell us.
Stories of rejection and heartbreak.
Oh, poor young Margaret.
Let's talk about America.
Oh my God, let's not.
I'm kidding. We actually didn't finish For the Culture, though.
Oh yeah. What was
interracial?
Yeah. What about
Ancestry.com released an ad about. You watched the ad, right?
Unfortunately.
It was about a slave named Abigail Williams and her white lover. His job description undefined. Was he her master? Was he a random white man who somehow met her, I guess, when she was not free to leave?
She was
Like,
she was on her slave day off, and we just like ran into each other, and I was like, "What you doing later?" She was like, "Going back to slaving, but I don't know. I got some free time now," and you know how that goes, right?
Yo,
Ancestry.com.
Bam. Yeah, no, that shit was pretty crazy.
All right. Yeah, it was too much. What do you think?
I don't know. I feel like there were so many things. There was also the fact that he was like in the commercial. He's like, "Let's go north, where like it'll be okay there." Interracial marriage wasn't even legalized until like the middle of the 20th century.
It'll be okayer is what he said.
Okayer. He said okayer. I'm misquoting him.
He didn't even like watch it.
Yeah.
He said it'll be more okay the further north we get.
More okay. Yeah, I don't know. Do you think, like, let's say, because this is the thing, they kind of painted it as if like it were a real person, right? So do you think, what if this was a real person? Is there any way to tell this story without it being offensive?
All right.
Even if it was
white lover,
yeah,
white and black couple, one's a slave.
Yes.
No.
Wait. What if somebody's like, I want to tell, once again playing devil's advocate because I don't know why
I want to tell this beautiful story about
like I don't
like they got to be written by Quentin Tarantino, and it has to be a lot of explosions in it because
and a lot of N-bombs.
A lot of N-bombs by white people because it might as well have just had an N-bomb in it. Like the whole ad was an N-bomb.
Yeah, and once again, it goes back to like, what are people thinking? Who watches these videos first?
Where's the black people on these teams?
People, just hire more black people because for y'all's sake, not for us. We don't need you. Maybe we do. I mean, we need money. We need jobs. But for y'all's sake, you know what I'm saying? So that you don't keep making these fuck ups. Have a black person in the room to tell you this is dumb.
Like,
this is dumb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Anyway, you know what else is dumb?
What else is dumb?
Our president offering aid to rebuild a structure when Flint still doesn't have clean water. Puerto Rico's still struggling in the aftermath of a hurricane that happened a year ago. And 3 black churches have burned down in 1 parish in Louisiana.
Speaking of racism, is what you should have said. Because that is literally like the poster that should be pasted on the story. Like, how could so much shit be happening right under your nose to people of color, and then something happens way across the water, right? We understand Notre Dame is like well-respected structure. It's like it has history, all that stuff. But guess what? So do we here.
Yeah.
And so it's a huge slap in the face when you send aid to somewhere like France, when you, especially the president like this that is so pro-America.
America first. That's
America first. Except for the POCs. Except for the parts that we don't really care about. Except for the shithole countries like Puerto Rico, even though it's kind of under us, it's not really a country. It's just kind of this thing that we just keep on the side for whenever we come to steal its resources. But whatever. Like I get it. I understand. Like Notre Dame should be funded the way it is. Like I don't disagree with what he did, but I feel like there was so many more things he should have done before. Right. Should have put some money into Flint. Should have helped the war crisis. Should have put money into Puerto Rico.
And so many people are offering to help with Notre Dame that it's like,
it's a slap in the face.
It is.
To everyone else that has been reaching out for a helping hand for so long.
No, that's fine. I'm waiting for people to come out with those France profile pictures again.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Speaking of that and like social media response, what do you think of, like, you notice how everybody who's been to Paris was posting pictures of themselves in front of Notre Dame, and then there was a terrorist attack at a church in Sri Lanka. Over 200 people are believed to be dead, injured, and I was telling him I'm in a travel group. And some people were posting like, oh my God, this could have been me. I was just in Sri Lanka, or like I was in Sri Lanka 2 years ago and it's a beautiful country and blah, 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 blah. And someone responded and was like, people shouldn't be making this about them, and why are you saying like, yeah, my cousin's brother's neighbor's ex-wife was just in Sri Lanka and blah 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 blah. Someone else said there's nothing wrong with, you know, trying to relate in times of tragedy. It's not
I agree with the latter, but yeah. Like, I understand, like, people, like, the social media shit is out of control. Like, people just post like pictures of them at Notre Dame, but it's also the only way they can really relate. Right. It's like, I understand it's like, it seems privileged because it is privileged. Yeah. Because, like, who has the money to, like, just go over there and you're like, oh my god, look at this beautiful picture I took when it was still alive. But at the end of the day, if it was something that I had taken a picture of, or like I had been around, like, let's say it was the Barclays Center, right? Like, it was something like,
I feel like that's different.
It's different because it's closer to home.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
or if
I pass by there one time, right? And I took a picture. It was like, my brother's like, damn, this used to be a beautiful building. I can pay respect to it in that way.
I do feel that, but I'll tell you, like, I took a picture in front of Notre Dame when I went to Paris, and I didn't post it because I thought it was weird. Like, I wasn't judging people who did, but it was more like, I have no great love for Paris. It was a cool place. I visited it. I don't feel like a connection to Paris. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. I've gone to other places, like, probably, okay, so I studied abroad in Buenos Aires. I lived there for a while, right? When I was studying. If something happened in Buenos Aires, then I would probably post about it. If I visited Paris, like, and it was just a trip, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I went somewhere and it was just like, I went on a trip and I don't, like...
If you don't, basically what you're saying is, if you didn't have, like, a real emotional connection to it, and it was just
would feel insincere. Do you know what I'm saying? For me to post like, oh, even though I did think that Notre Dame was beautiful, and I did have a good time in Paris, and I do like the culture,
I feel like then,
but nonetheless,
if that's the case, you could have, like, you could have posted it, and it could have not been insensitive, because you know what? Even if it was just for a second, it's not hard to make an emotional connection. It'll be like, wow, this brings good memories when I see it.
But what if it didn't make an emotional connection? What if I was just like, that's a nice building, like a lot of other buildings. Do you know what I'm saying? I mean, like, there are a lot of churches in Europe. A lot of them are beautiful.
That is fact.
You know, I'm not even trying to shade anyone.
I understand completely. Like, there's two sides to the coin. There is two sides to the coin. Because you know what? In the social media era, people do it for the likes.
Exactly.
Like, people do it because it's a trending topic. People do it just because it's what everyone else is doing at this time, and so it can be convoluted. Like, I feel like it's really half and half. Half of it is like, wow, like, this was a great, like, place. Other half is like, damn, I was at this great place. Damn, it's crazy that happened, but like that's really what it is.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just an opportunity for them to bring back their TBT.
Exactly. The flip side is then, of course, people always want to attack something like that because it's so like, oh, you know, like, outrage, blah, 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 blah. You know, like, people want to get mad at everything. Mm. Like, I'm saying, I didn't do it personally, but I didn't look at people who did and be like, me. Like, I don't care. Like, make your post and, you know, whatever. Live your life.
I didn't think about it more than that.
But, all right.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
So what we learned today is to not store porn at your parents' house. What else did we learn?
Don't run slave master ancestry ads.
Yeah, so that hire more black people and also let more black people out of jail for weed offenses if you're gonna make weed legal.
Yeah.
What else did we learn?
That the MetroCard fare already went up. So if, like me, you didn't buy your unlimited for the month yet, you should have a look.
And take pictures, but make sure they're not insensitive.
That's it.
All right. We talked about it.
Have a good week,
guys. Catch y'all next time.
Yep, we'll talk to you next time.
Like and subscribe. There's a button. Y'all know what a fucking button is. Like, I'm not doing that.
Bye.